Greetings to all the Surgeaholics in Sooner Land. SEC Media Days are here. College Football 25 is here. And we are here, as always. Also here was another Go Boomer tweet tonight. LSU's Harold Perkins is wondering who Danny Stutzman is. I thought that was interesting today.
What was the most interesting part about that is when somebody explained it, I don't want to say backtrack, but he kind of did because he said, well, I just focus on myself. I don't pay attention to anybody else.
That will be asked tomorrow to Danny Stutzman, I promise you.
I'm sure it will be.
And Danny probably won't hold back, and that's great. Other big news, Jay. OU has, I think I can hear myself on your camera, Jay, but OU has stepped up their tailgating game, Jay, and opened up many areas, prime areas to where tailgating can take place. So I think that's good.
They expanded quite a bit, it looks like, from the map. So that's good. You have to. You're in the SEC world now. It's a new ball game. What's up, Teresa? How are you tonight? Hope you're doing good. Boom, much needed. That's right, Matt. Very much needed. I think there's only a few areas basically off limits on that. It's going to be great.
Hey,
I did not see it. Did you, Jeremy?
Listen, and Jay, I think this is a great chance for me to talk about tonight, because if you're a Sooner Surge Unlimited member and you're in the Discord, you got a chance to call in tonight. Hunter will be backstage, allow you in. Your face won't be on here, but listen, no matter what you say, it won't sound near as bad as that national anthem by Ingrid and whatever her name is. It was unbelievably bad.
I don't even know who did it, but I've heard it was bad. All I know is I think Bobby Witt Jr. is still tearing it up, I think, and I hope. So, hope he wins it.
Hey, I will say this. I'm not big into I said I'm not huge into the game. My son's got the game today, Jay, the deluxe edition. I will say the stadiums and the atmosphere are unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Graphics are unreal, too. You can see the sweat on their bodies. Hey, Johnny, thanks for joining. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you watching when you can and every time. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, Caden Woolard is insane. Sawchuck, I heard, is unreal. I've heard Spencer Brown has much to be desired.
Uncle Charlie, I think that means the Go Boomer tweet was basically saying those are the 5 Oklahoma got out of the portal, and it's over. I think the portal's over for Oklahoma. That's my opinion.
Look at Donnie dropping some trash talk here. Donnie says, to be fair, I don't even know who Harold Perkins is. He's actually probably maybe the biggest competition for Danny Stutzman in the Butkus Award, Jay.
I think he's the competition. Him and Danny are the top 2. Jimmy still likes Tecmo Bowl better.
I would love to play Tecmo Bowl right now.
Horrible singer tonight. Who's singing tonight? Listen, I don't know who it was. Somebody dropped in chat. I don't know who it was, but
she's a country music singer.
I did see somewhere it was a 4-time Grammy Award.
Yes.
I don't think the person's a bad singer. They probably had a bad night, obviously. But
there was no obviously about it, Jay. It was bad.
Yeah, I've heard that too, Bobby. We'll see.
Listen, we did a live earlier, and people talked about that was a backlog tweet. We'll find out in time if anyone else is going there, but they very well could be done, and it was just to highlight the portal additions that they got and to call people to give to the collective. But I'm not counting out Canada yet.
Wait, did Lee Greenwood sing it tonight?
No.
Somebody said Lee Greenwood.
Jason, okay. It was Ingrid Anderson or something. Anderson.
Okay. Confidence in Fasusi, Jeremy. How confident? Give me a percentage.
2 weeks ago, I was at 45. I'm above 50%. I'm at 52%.
And you're at the other 48% Texas?
No, I would say the other, I'd say 52 OU, probably 35 Florida, and the rest Texas.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you feel Florida's like a – I think it's OU or Texas all the way.
Florida because of the coach.
No.
And Florida because I think, she would be. I mean, she's going to be the ace anywhere she goes. But
are you Florida? Talking about Kennedy?
Yes.
I'm talking about Fasusi.
Oh, I'm talking about Kennedy.
The question was about Fasusi. Nobody mentioned Kennedy at all.
Oh, I was when you went to Texas. So, yeah, Fasusi, it's OU and Texas, Jay. That's the only two there are.
That's why I was confused by Florida. I was like, what is this dude talking about? Jeez.
I was reading the chat. Yeah, OU Texas on Fasusi, Jay. I don't think Missouri's going to pluck him.
I hope not.
Nothing went wrong with Haywood. He loves Alabama.
Teresa, tomorrow's the day for Oklahoma, 12 o'clock, around 12 o'clock. Brent Venables and players will be speaking with the media. So that'll be tomorrow. So there you go.
Oh, Lee Green. I would have liked to have seen that. I love me some Lee Greenwood.
Yeah, Lee Greenwood's good. Hey, I'm going to ask this, and maybe if you're an unlimited member, you want to call in and answer this question, love to have you join, chat with us for a little bit. Or if you have a question or a topic you want to throw out there, call in for it. But hey, if you were on Media Row tomorrow and you could stand up and ask a question to Brent Venables, what would it be?
I mean, I'll be interested to see. I don't think there's going to be any questions that's going to even elicit bulletin board material. I did think something that was really great to hear today. As much as people on this side, OU fans, hated Paul Feinbaum, they love Paul Feinbaum right now because of what he said about Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, he ripped Lincoln Riley. And then you also had the Nick Saban going off on Texas, which I thought was interesting because Texas didn't run the Big 12. OU ran the Big 12, not Texas. Now that's a good question. It's a great question.
Jay, I'm hearing myself on your phone or something.
I don't know what to tell you, Jeremy. My volume's not even all the way up.
I was going to say, if you muted when I was speaking, that might do the trick. And it does, I'm pretty sure. Sooner fan, how are you going to stop losing to the likes of Kansas and OSU? Here's how you stop losing to those teams. You make the plays in the big-time moments when you got to make them. You got to have elite quarterback play, and you win with defense. I think that's it. So,
Ron says he would ask, "Hey BB, is Allie allowed to make any calls during a game?" That's another
I
good
like that
relationship there. Chief says, "I'd ask him to assess this defense in comparison to his best teams." Now that I would love a question like that. Compare it to the best defense you had at Clemson. Where does this rank? How are you feeling about it? I think that's a great question, Chief. Bobby says, "My question would be, what was the determining factor in going with Jackson Arnold and allowing DG to transfer out?" I think that's a legit question, too. I don't know if he'd answer, but I think that's a good question.
It won't get asked, but it is a really good question. I think the answer is talent and ability to get him to the next level. DG had him to a level, but he's not going to get you to the next level. That's just the way it was.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget, we do have trivia tonight as well. So we got trivia.
I'm ready for trivia right now. Let me ask the trivia question.
Just go for it, Jeremy. Let's do it. Hey,
and listen, trivia has not been asked in a long while. It's been a while. Okay, it's been a long while. Remember, trivia. If you answer the trivia question correctly, and we have 2 answers tonight, which means you can get your name in the drawing for the OU Houston ticket giveaway twice tonight. If you're a Sooner Surge Unlimited member like Bobby Wiley is right here, as he says, talent over experience, Bobby's already got his name in 3 times on the wheel because he's a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. That is anyone who joins up on the membership will get that. But here's the question for tonight. 2 opportunities to get your name on the wheel. Here we got 2 answers to this, okay? Back in 2014, which just so happens to be the year the last college football game was. That's why we came up with this question. Back in 2014, OU had an SEC team on their schedule in Tennessee, same team they have this year. There are 2 players on that team that each scored 2 touchdowns and then also ended up playing for other SEC schools. Who are those two former Sooners? 2 TDs against Tennessee, 2014. Who are they?
So 2 Sooners that scored 2 touchdowns in that game.
And then transferred.
And transferred out to an SEC school.
Another SEC school. There's one. Michael gets his name in the ticket giveaway drawing.
1 point for Michael. Ron.
And I'm giving Bobby that. Ron said it. Ron might have said it earlier, though.
Ron got it. 4.
Hunter, you can verify. See if Ron or Bobby, but those are the answers. Trevor Knight, Keith Ford. Keith Ford was kind of an unsung hero in that game. OU won 34-10, but Samaje Perine didn't have a huge game. Keith Ford did well. So there's the first 2 trivia question answers.
Did you say Perine?
Yes.
Was he on that team?
I'm pretty sure, Jay.
I don't think Perine was on that team. That was before Perine, way before Perine.
Yeah, it was. Who am I thinking of then?
I don't know who you're. That's twice tonight. You were talking about Kennedy when we weren't talking. Are you okay?
I'm good. I thought, let's see, 2014. Yeah, he was. That's right. Boo! What's up now, Jay? What's up now, Jason?
Okay, I'm surprised.
Bring it, Jay.
I did not realize he was on that team.
You should have realized it when I said it.
Oh, please stop. Hey, I thought he was the year after when he had that year, but okay. Yeah, do that again. Do that reaction again where you were bouncing up and down. That was kind of weird. That might go viral.
Definitely
that
not.
Might go viral, Jeremy. You're little.
Hey, so listen, right now, anyone who is a Sooner Surge Unlimited member, you've got your name on the wheel 3 times already just for doing that, okay? If you sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club at Fanstop, thefanstop.com, you should anyway because the OU apparel is unbelievable. You pay a price, you get something sent to your house every single month, and it's great gear. You will get your name in 7 times for that. Some of you already have it in 3. Ron just has his in there just for answering that trivia question tonight, and so does Michael Hammond. They're in. They have the chance to win the tickets.
And people want Eric to call in. They love Eric, as somebody said in the Discord, polarizing, man. People love his reaction. Hey, I'll give somebody a chance to call in and answer this and debate this right now. Somebody call in and tell me why you think OU is going to be the record you think for this season.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
I will say that if you are on the Discord, that's where the link is to call in. And again, your face won't be shown. You won't sound any worse than the national anthem at the All-Star game, the All-Star Home Derby.
Can't be any worse than you when you talk about Kennedy when we're talking about Fasusi. So,
but yeah.
Hey, any more good questions for BV that you? What would you ask him, Jeremy, tomorrow?
I mean, one of the questions you have. Whoever asked that earlier about Zach Alley, I think has got to be one of the lead questions. If I'm a fan, my question is, how much is Zach Alley going to be involved in calling the defense? And on the flip side, how much difference is there going to be schematically on the offensive side? That's really the 2 questions I have.
Yeah, I think both those are good questions.
You're not going to get an answer from BV, though. It's going to all be coach speak. It'll be 25 minutes long. We won't hear anything that we don't know.
The bigger question is, if you saw today, Shane Beamer had the longest opening thoughts of today. He went, I think, like 18 minutes as his opening statement. Does BV break that tomorrow? Does he go over?
Yes, absolutely. That's a record held for a day. And Sooner fan, I love that they're going down Asp and all those locations where they're going to have tailgating. If you saw, you can put your stakes in the ground. At 5 o'clock the night before, unless it is Lindsay Street, those have to be on the morning of the games. But it's going to be. I've said this before, Jay. I'm going to say it again. OU is going to step up their game recruiting because it's going to force them to. It's at 12:50 tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah,
and Eric, no, you call in live. It's not pre-recorded. We do everything. Now, listen, all you guys that are in the Discord, you read the rules. There's no profanity. We're not going to do insults, anything like that. Give us a take, though. Drop in it. Let's go. You have a chance to get your name in twice for the drawing if you call in and vote on you as the caller of the night.
We'll do it live, Sooner fan says.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
this isn't your –
drop drop it in there. I thought OU was around 12 something tomorrow. Is that right?
I said 12:50.
Well, I think somebody said 3 in here, so I just want to make sure we get it correct on what it is.
I thought it was 12:50 Central Time.
So
Keith Ford was a 4-star, Jay.
Yeah, Hunter, Teresa says 20-minute speech from BV tomorrow.
Probably. The longer you speak, the less questions you have to take. It's kind of how it works, Jay.
How many 3-stars in the 2025 class? I think right now, I want to say, just off the top of my head, I want to say 5 or 6. Am I right?
Yeah, there's a lot more 4-stars than 3-stars.
Yeah. I don't know if Hunter, are you on here? If you can drop that. And, as far as what time tomorrow for BV?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's 12:50, Jay.
Hunter says he thinks 7. We'll
7 3-stars. Yeah, 12:50 it starts. Not sure of the order though, so maybe it's not. Maybe BV's not speaking at 12:50.
Yeah, maybe not.
Hey, I got to say something.
Yeah,
something I was very impressed with today. Lane Kiffin. I tell you what. The more I hear from Lane Kiffin, the more impressed I am with him. And if Kalen DeBoer does struggle, there's going to be a lot of Bama fans who wish they would have gone after Lane. I tell you what, Lane Kiffin said about Nick Saban. I don't know if you saw that, Jay. It was very cool.
Yeah, I think when the whole thing happened with Alabama, a lot of people thought Lane Kiffin or Dan Lanning would be the choice. They get DeBoer. We'll see if it works out. So far, it looks pretty good. But I like Lane Kiffin, too. I think he's entertaining. I think he's really good behind the camera and mic. And I think, personally, Lane Kiffin would be an absolute baller to play for. If I was a college kid, I think Lane Kiffin would be great to play for.
Oh, absolutely, Jay.
Man, everybody wants Eric on
They're
here.
chanting Eric. They're chanting. Rick.
Look at that,
hey,
Eric.
Someone hop on right now and give us a hot take about this Sooner squad.
They love
Team
Eric.
Team 130. Give us a Sooner squad, a hot take right now.
Look at everybody.
9 3-stars, Jay. 9 3-stars, Jay.
That's more than I thought. Eric, go however long you want, bro. Now, if you just want to hop in here and say something, or if you want to chat for a minute, that's fine. It's up to you.
Hey, if you join up through StreamYard on the Discord, Hunter will let you in kind of the backstage, and you'll hop on here. Yeah, Jay, Mark says EA college football not as good as I was expecting. It's difficult to learn the playbook. Hey, that's why you always go triple streaks down the field, okay?
Isn't it similar to Madden, though, the controllers?
My son said it's pretty similar to Madden. There's a couple of differences.
Kyla.
Oh, Kyla.
I think he's gotten better over age. I think he's gotten better.
But I also think that that's what's so drawing and intriguing and draws is kind of that, I don't know, not the squirreliness, but he's just, people like to be around him. The hater hour. What are we going to have? Hey, if we have a hater hour, we pretty much do that every night. People hate on what I say. So
where would you rank Lane Kiffin right now in the SEC coaches as far as ranking?
That's a great topic. Let's rank the SEC coaches. Kirby Smart's at the top. Vanderbilt, whoever's coaching Vanderbilt's at the bottom. Mark Stoops is right in the middle.
Who's
2 and 3?
Who's 2?
I would go Kalen DeBoer.
Really?
Based on what he's done, Jay.
Where would you put Brian Kelly?
Probably 4 or 5.
You wouldn't put Lane Kiffin 2, 3?
Kalen DeBoer has won way more than Lane Kiffin. I would go this way.
Just listen for a second. Take away Kalen DeBoer at Washington last year. Where would you rank him in the SEC?
The year before he was in the Pac-12.
Take away last year. Where would you rank him in the SEC as far as coaches? That's what I want to know.
You mean take away his last 2 years?
No, take away last year.
He was still up there. He's won everywhere he's been, Jay. He won his first year at Washington.
Without last year's record, where would you rank him right now?
Number 2.
Really? Okay. So why would you not put Sark at 2 or 3?
I would put Sark at 3 probably.
Wow. I got Kiffin.
Actually, I'm thinking Sark maybe at 4, Jay.
I think I would take Kiffin over Sark personally. I'm not disagreeing with you, DeBoer. I just asked it because I was wanting to. Hey, we got a caller on the line. The man everybody's been waiting for. Eric has joined. Eric, what's up? Can you hear us, Eric? You there?
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Good. Thanks for joining, man. What you want to talk about?
I'm hearing a weird delay though.
Let me try my mic here.
Maybe it's Jay. You got us?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you still hear me?
Okay, yeah. We were just ranking the coaches. What?
Yeah, I speak and then I hear a delay after.
Okay, yeah. You go ahead and talk, and then we'll respond.
All right. So what are we talking about?
We're ranking right now coaches in the Big 12, not Big 12, SEC. Where I've got Kalen DeBoer at 2. Jay's questioning that. I've got Kirby Smart at 1, Kalen DeBoer at 2, and then of course Sark and Kiffin probably somewhere next.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got
okay.
you.
I think we're good now. So I got, of course, Kirby, number 1, Kalen DeBoer 2, Kiffin 3.
Yeah, that's where I got Kiffin.
That's all that matters right now.
The thing is, I don't know. Do you guys have Kiffin ahead of Sark?
Yes.
Because to me, I mean, Sark did everything Kiffin did at Bama, maybe more actually. And he's done more with Texas than they have at Ole Miss. So I don't know. I think maybe 4 for Kiffin is where I would have.
I think Kiffin's doing more with less. So Sark has all the resources, obviously, at Texas, and I think he's got them on the right page right now. I think prior to, years past, there was too many cooks in the kitchen, right? So there's too many people trying to run Texas. All the boosters, they were trying to run Texas the way they wanted to. All the donors, and that's why you had all the previous coaches fail. But I think Sark is kind of got it on the right page right now, and he's going to run Texas the way he wants to. I think recruiting it's always been A+, but now I think he's got the buy-in from the team, the culture, everything. So I think that Texas is going to be a long-term problem this time.
What do you think, though, guys, and in the chat too? What if Texas goes out this year and throws an egg out there, 8-4? Because
Big
Sark,
what if, Jay?
I'm just saying, like he had a great year last year, but until last year, yeah, the recruiting was there, but they weren't winning on the field really until last year, right?
Grey God's got Brian Kelly rounding out the top 5. I'm not sure I can put Brian Kelly at 5.
Look what he did.
I'd be tempted to put Mark Stoops up there above him.
Hey, Kelly did a good job at Notre Dame and Cincinnati. I don't think he's in the right spot. I don't think he's at the right school, personally.
I can't see any questions, guys. You got to tell me what's coming in. I thought there were some questions that they wanted me to answer.
I think the one question they were wanting you to answer, I think, was about. I think you have chosen 8-4 for Oklahoma for the year. Okay.
Yes.
And maybe this is how we the question for you is like, give us maybe your 3 reasons why you're picking OU 8-4.
Wow, I could probably give you 6, but so I'll just say right off the bat, they should go 10-2. No worse than 10-2. I think the only possible losses on the schedule are Texas and Alabama, and both of those games are winnable games. The reason why I think we go 8-4, I'm going off of history. We've lost too many games through the Bob Stoops era, Lincoln Riley, and it started with Brent Venables as well, losing games to inferior teams, losing to Kansas, losing to Iowa State, losing to Texas Tech, and it's continuing on right now. I don't think Missouri has the talent that we do. I don't think Ole Miss does. I know they've done well in the transfer portal, but top to bottom, Oklahoma is a superior team, and we should beat those guys on the road too, in my opinion. So 10-2 is where we should be. But I think 8-4, because you have a brand new offensive line. 60% of your line is made up of new components. That's a problem to me. We got to see a little glimpse of it last year. It took some time for the offensive line to gel. They did come along, but it took some time. Jackson Arnold, does he have all the physical tools? Absolutely. Quick, fast, strong arm. He has everything. But going into the SEC, I think he's going to have some challenges, especially behind a brand new offensive line. Now, you have Seth Luttrell, new coordinator. They have to gel. The schedule, the defensive lines that we're going to see in the SEC. There's a whole bunch of different components that make me think I'm not sure if we're ready. I personally would have liked to have seen one more year in the Big 12, recruit at this elite level, another top 7 class, then jump into the SEC. But, we're here now, so.
Hey, kudos to I'm going to give you kudos. There's a lot of people in the chat saying good points, Eric. Love the substance behind it. Hey, guys, it's that easy. Eric just hopped on. First caller of the night, and really of the Sooner Surge live shows. And appreciate you joining, Eric. Anytime, hop on, give a take. And see, Eric did it. Many of you can. So hop on. And Chief, thanks for the super. Appreciate
Do you mind if I say real quick too? Just so you guys know, I know a lot of people think I like to troll. I am a diehard Sooner fan. I was down on the Seattle waterfront downtown the other day with my Oklahoma Sooner Jordan cutoff shirt. Got stopped a bunch of times. Is that OU? OU? Got some Boomer Sooner chants. So I am an Oklahoma Sooner fan, military brat, born on Tinker Air Force Base. Wasn't raised in Oklahoma, but I'm still a fan.
Awesome.
Well, that's awesome. And hey, it's great to hear from you, Eric, because we hear every night. People are on here saying, appreciate you and good job and appreciate everything. So, hey, thanks for being on here. Hope you come on here again, and I hope more callers will join in. We're trying to make this interactive, trying to make this something different. Thanks, Chief T-Bird, who says, bravo, Eric. Terrible take ranking Kiffin that high, though. Never won anything.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Eric. Hey, go to
Hey.
Sooner Weekly. Sooner Weekly Podcast had a question, Jay. All I would say to Sooner Weekly Podcast is this. You just got to, all we've done is try to take it. We just like talking sports. That's what we're going to do. Of course, you may freeze up some, but that's what it is.
Hey, real quick, one thing I think, Eric said should be 10-2. And I think if you asked everybody here on the chat, and we've asked it before, where they're going to rank Oklahoma, I think you have a range of 10-2, some people, but it's a range of 10-2 to 8-4. I think that's where everybody's falling in. Most people are saying between that range. And I will say this, there is a very fine line between 10-2 and 8-4, I think, with this team, because I think there are so many games that are going to be decided by 7 points or less. And to Eric's point, they have struggled in close games. So they could have a really good year and end up 8-4. They could have a really good year and end up 10-2 based on a few plays, based on special teams, based on turnovers by your quarterback. It's a fine line.
It is, Jay. It's been. Look at the last 2 seasons. It's been a fine line those 2 seasons. I do think elite quarterback play more than maybe game management. You can make bigger plays. Now, you might have some plays where it hurts you some, but I think to make the bigger plays they're going to have that ability. The line's got to hold up. The line's got to be there. They got to protect. They got to be better than maybe people think they're going to be. I, for one, think they will be, but it's definitely a question. But then on the defensive side, you've got to stop big third downs. And they haven't been able to make those big. If they would have done that the last 2 years, Jay, they would have had phenomenal seasons the last 2 years. They didn't do it.
But listen, go back to Brent Venables at Clemson. Okay, what made them so good the years Brent Venables there, defensively? What do you think it was? It because they were playing in the ACC? No, because they proved it against really good teams in the playoffs. So what did they have that OU hasn't had, and maybe they do this year? Is it the down lineman? Is that it?
From when, Jay?
Is it the depth? Brent Venables' best teams at Clemson defensively. What was it that they had there that OU hasn't had and maybe do have this year?
Well, I'll tell you what they have this year that they haven't had before is way more depth across the board. They got bigger guys up front. There it is, up front trenches. I mean, Jay, this group, again, if Jaden Jackson, David Stone, Helton is another guy. If those guys can be really good second teamers and provide the depth, DeJohn Terry and Dominic Williams are going to be the studs. I just really am happy up front.
Hey, and Sooner Cowboys brings this up about a running quarterback. This is funny. I was looking at their schedule the other day, and I was going through the quarterbacks they play. And running quarterbacks that OU plays this year, I mean, you can go down their schedule. I mean, Milroe can run. I don't think he runs that much, though. I do think maybe the Tennessee quarterback will run a little bit this year. Jackson Dart can, but he doesn't a lot. So I was just kind of going through it. Missouri's quarterback's not a runner at all, from what I can tell. Brady Cook. So I don't know on that how much they're going to be facing a quarterback that just loves to take off running. Quinn Ewers, we know, doesn't. I mean, he can run, but he's not a runner.
Yeah, and Jay, we'll stay on here till I say we stay on here till about 40 minutes tonight. We're going to keep this going about 8 more minutes. If any other Sooner Surge Unlimited members want to hop on and say something, Eric's kind of broken the ice and opened it up, opened the floodgates for people to join up. Again, we really appreciate that, Eric. And thanks, Chief T-Bird, for that super, too. Appreciate you.
Yeah, also make sure you go to the Fan Stop. Fan Stop's the one helping us give away these tickets for the game against Houston. Go check them out. Sign up for the shirt of the month. You'll get your name in 7 times, I think, if you do that. So make sure you go do that. You can use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months. Hey, question for you guys in the chat. Give me one player on Oklahoma's defense that you think is the one guy that if they lose to injury, the season defensively is going to be tanked. Is there a guy? And if so, who is it?
One guy?
Yeah.
If OU loses one guy, is their season tanked? It's Jackson Arnold.
Who would it be?
Oh,
hey, Josh, real quick, Josh, description is in the video description. The link is in there.
And Hunter, maybe Hunter, if you can put the link right here in this chat right now while people are on here, and they can click that link to sign up for the unlimited membership. That will get you in the Discord where we talk a lot. We stayed up late talking last night, having a good little banter session. It also allows you to call in every night. That's one of the perks.
So I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of Danny Sussman, which I do think last year when he went down, it really hurt him. I did see Dominique Williams and DeJohn Terry also as options. I do think one of those two big guys up front, Dominique Williams and DeJohn Terry, would be a big blow because here's what we talked about, how you got to win in the trenches, and losing one of those guys I think would be really devastating. Somebody said Stutzman, but they like the depth. I agree, but his leadership, I think that's it, Bobby, right there. It's the leadership. And I would say another one, maybe Billy Bowman, because of his leadership as well.
And I agree with Kyla that any of the upfront guys, especially DeJohn Terry, Dominic Williams, it's going to hurt. Hey, Josh, Hunter graciously put that in the chat there, so you'll see the Discord. That would, if you click that, you can sign up to be a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. OUSportsRoundup@gmail.com is our email. We'll send you the Discord link and all that. Studs for sure. Studs.
A lot of people saying Studs.
I love this rivalry between Stutz and Harold Perkins that's already gotten off on the wrong foot because of what Harold Perkins said.
Yeah, I just saw an ESPN notification. Bobby Witt's last chance fell just short. Lost the home run derby in the finals.
I don't really care. I'm a huge Royal fan, but I don't care about the home run derby. Hey, Jake, does anyone remember the actual show Home Run Derby?
Oh, yeah, I remember it.
Black and white television.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Play that looked like a Sandlot ballpark.
Hey,
Here, I'll tell you what Perkins said, Jay.
Go for it.
Chief T-Bird, they asked Harold Perkins, the outstanding LSU linebacker that's going to be up for the Buckeyes against Stutzman, about Stutzman, and he said, "Who is that?"
Didn't know who he was.
Response. Didn't know who he was.
He did backtrack after that, and he said, "Well, I only really focus on myself," which is bull. That was him covering his butt, saying, "I don't know who it was." That's exactly what that was. He knows who Danny Stutzman is. Promise you.
Yeah.
Promise you. I just think he said that just to make a joke about it.
Let's drop it in here maybe these last 5 minutes. What should Stutzman respond with tomorrow? I think one response would be your quarterback, not Jackson Dart, but Garrett Nussmeier is going to know who I am. That would be a good response. Or ask Quinn Ewers. He knows who I am. That would be a great one.
Yeah,
that would be a great.
I'm interested to hear Danny tomorrow and the other ones that are with him. Stutz reposted it. Wow. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, what a year this is going to be, guys. Hey, I'm not going to lie, Jay. I'm not big on this college football 25. I get sick of people talking overboard about, ooh, this guy's a 90 and whatever. I will say this. When my son turned the game on and started playing, and I heard Reese Davis's voice, it nearly brought a tear to my eye. Football season's here.
Hey,
Reese Davis, college game day. It's going to be great.
Is this the most excited you've been for a season?
Oh, it's not even close, Jay.
Is it because the SEC? Is that it?
It's because the SEC. It's because of the NIL, even though I hate that. It's because all of it. It is ramped up. It's on steroids than it used to be, Jay.
That's right. I'm pumped. Josh said he's so sick and tired of hearing people say, "Oh, you have to play a schedule now. They have to play us now."
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that line of thinking. But OU, I think the thing is OU schedules is tough when you look at I think they played their last 6 games. They're all ranked right now, top 20 teams. But we'll see where those teams are as you get in the season. That's one thing we don't know. There are going to be, I think there will be some teams that people think are going to be really good that may struggle a few games that we're not expecting.
Oh, I can't wait till the first game. We may have to do like a pregame live, a 4-hour pregame live. Hey, Chief T-Bird says he absolutely loves the disrespect we're getting, and I do too. I hope it continues. I think it's the best thing for this team. Chip on their shoulder all year. And I'm going to go back to what Josh said. You are right, Josh, because Paul Feinbaum talked about the respect OU should be getting in Texas. And I think that you can't say that, well, the SEC didn't get better. The SEC got significantly better adding those 2 teams.
Thanks, Teresa. That means a lot. Appreciate that so much. Hey, it's because of you guys, really, though, not us. Hey, let me say this. Is this fair to say that I am so glad that Nick Saban is not coaching Alabama? Because one of the main reasons, because he's going to be amazing on ESPN. I listened to him today. That dude was prepared. He had great, entertaining thoughts. He's very knowledgeable. To me, he is going to make ESPN's coverage 10 times better. 10 times, at least. I think he's that good.
I agree. Chuck says that On3 has Fasuzi going to Texas. I'm assuming he's saying our O-line.
And, I've heard a lot of people say about Lamont Rogers that went to Missouri. A lot of people saying, well, OU's not giving up on him. Well, OU's not giving up on anybody. But I don't think I think they really need to land Fasuzi. To me, if they don't land Fasuzi, the chances of being where you really, really want them to be at the end of the year in recruiting is going to be tough to get to if you don't land it.
Agreed, Jay. And I can say that and still say I love who they have with Ryan Foje and Hollenbeck and Afalava. I mean, I love those guys. I think they're going to be great. But
yeah. Hey, you mentioned Kiffin earlier. We talked about Kiffin and how good he is. He's so relatable to the college age kids. Even today when he was dropping the comparisons basically of the rating system in college football, EA Sports, when he was talking about, I can't remember who he was talking about, but it was I think Sarkisian. He was comparing him how he's balanced. Maybe he had like 90. I just think he's so relatable to the kids. I think people love playing for him.
yeah. And I'm going to say this before we close up. Recap. Ron Brown tonight got his name entered on the wheel for the OU Houston tickets. Michael Hammond got his name on there once. Again, if you're a Sooner Surge Unlimited member or you join up before that ticket giveaway, your name's going to be on there 3 times. Eric gets his name on there 2 times as well, so he's on there 5 times now because of his call tonight. Thanks so much. We want more from you. We're giving you opportunities to chat, to give us a take, okay? Eric's broken the ice. We hope to continue building this so that when we get into post-game lives, you'll be able to call in, give your opinion on what made you so mad or so happy during the game. Appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow. A lot to cover.